Mountain Country with the Dave and Lowe Morning Show. And Lowe, if you want to, I would love it if you would set this up because we have a really special, super special guest here. And we've had amazing guests on Mountain Country since we've been on the air. But I think these guys, to me, are the biggest stars we've had so far.
We're joined this morning from Afghanistan, two young lieutenants stationed at Fort Carson, Lieutenant Andrew Yakovon and Lieutenant Justin Wright. Thank you guys so much for calling in today.
Yeah, no, thank you for having us.
So it's about 5:30 p.m. over there in Afghanistan, and Justin, you work nights, so you got up real early for us.
Yep, that's true.
Well, thanks again for that. And we asked you to call in this morning because, well, together you two are Interstate 10. You're a country band, and again, you're based right here out of Fort Carson. Justin, you're from Florida, and Andrew, you're from California. Is that right?
That's correct.
So how'd you come up with the name Interstate 10?
Well, Andrew is from California, and I'm from Florida, and we both took the Highway Interstate 10 to kind of roundabout get to Georgia at Fort Benning for our basic infantry officer leadership course. So Interstate 10 was naturally the highway that connects Florida to California. We thought it was the perfect name for the band since we were both from those two areas.
It's what brought you together?
That's right, yeah.
And the other reason, of course, we had you on the air this morning is because you're releasing a song for Memorial Day.
That's right.
Well, tell us a little bit about this song. What inspired you to write this song, and why are we sharing it on this weekend?
Well, the song was actually originally, I wrote it for my family when I was leaving in 2013 to head off into the Army and go down to Fort Benning and eventually meet Justin. And on the first day of training, we were there, and right after the first PT session, Justin happened to be standing right next to me, and I had called out to everyone asking if anyone played guitar. And Justin was like, heck yeah, I do. So later that day, we went ahead and exchanged song for song, and I'm Gonna Miss You was there. And it wasn't really something that was super high on our list of songs that we liked, but we ended up writing after that. And it was originally about leaving and as a goodbye to my family. But after our last deployment and when we lost some of our soldiers, Staff Sergeant Prange and Private Wickstra, Private Williams, the song just took on a whole new meaning, and we actually went back and rewrote it and actually morphed it towards the meaning of Memorial Day. And that kind of all happened as we were getting ready to head out and deploy this last couple months ago. And we actually recorded the song up until the very night before I left. Wow. I was in the studio the night before I left recording the song, and then we ended up recording the music video while we were over here in Afghanistan.
Holy moly.
So,
wow.
Yeah, he was in the studio with his military uniform on. It was pretty hilarious.
So what is it like to have your job in the military and be I know you guys are very busy with that, and you're in different places, and you have so much to do there. How do you keep a band? It's got to be a super extra effort to keep a band going on top of all that.
Yes, it is. But, me and Andrew, I don't know if we knew that we wanted to do the band thing until it really hit us. And it really hit us when we met, the day we met down in Benning. It's the best thing, I think, in both of our lives, especially for me. It's the thing that when I'm stressed out or down or I need something to help me feel better, I'll just pick up the guitar and write. And with me and Andrew living in the same area all the time, we've been roommates really since we met in the Army. We've continued this music thing, and we've been jamming, and it's literally the best thing that happens throughout the Army. It takes the stress away, and then also we can give back to the boys that we're serving with by playing those songs and jamming out for them. So. And then wrapping them into our projects. And when we do that, they feel, it's a great feeling to see that the teamwork's coming together and they're really enjoying what we're doing as much as we are. So the long hours that it takes to accomplish writing the songs, recording the songs, which it does. Me and Andrew spent many of midnights to 3 a.m.s on work nights up in Denver recording when we had to go to the office at 6 a.m., and we just had to make those things work and make sure that it didn't affect our work. We still wanted our commitment was fully in the military when we were recording this music. but we wanted the songs to be great as well. And so, like your question, it is a struggle, but it's one worth taking because our passion is music, but we're also very committed to our Army life as well.
And you talked about giving back, and that's what this song that you're releasing today is all about. I'm Gonna Miss You. You're giving that back to your comrades, to fallen soldiers, or any fallen serviceman or woman. That's what this weekend is all about. And you released a music video today for this song. And tell us what you want to do if you reach 100,000 views with that music video.
Right. So if we reach 100,000 views, we're going to donate. Me and Andrew have already we vouched to donate $500 to Children of Fallen Patriots Foundation that provides scholarships for children of fallen soldiers. And I think there's no better way to really pay honor and tribute to the men that we lost in Kandahar and then so many that have died for our country. I think there's no better way to honor those men by taking care of the children that are, will grow up to go to college one day and need an education.
Yeah, can I jump in there real quick and just say that I think that the meaning of Memorial Day, it's to remember our fallen brothers and sisters, but a very important aspect is to be there and support their family that is still around without them today, and it's a very hard time for them during these times. So just to keep them in your hearts and minds and prayers is what we ask, but also, a foundation like that gives back for their children when, that military service member might not be there to provide for them, I think is a huge deal.
Oh, absolutely. And again, we're talking to Interstate 10. That's a band made up of Lieutenant Andrew Yakovone and Lieutenant Justin Wright. They're stationed at Fort Carson, but they are calling us into Mountain Country from Afghanistan right now. Thank you guys again. And we're going to get to playing this song, but I just have one more pressing question for you. What was it like co-writing a song with Craig Morgan?
I just want to, Justin, I'll let you say something in a second, but I just want to say that Craig is one crazy guy. He is a lot of fun and a riot, but go ahead, Justin.
Oh, yeah, so that was the most awesome experience. The USO actually hooked us up with a trip to fly to D.C. so we could play for their opening night at the 75th. And when we did that, we kind of felt something was fishy because Gail Fishel, she was one of the head coordinators that invited us there. She had us in this room downstairs, and she was like, yeah, I just want you to come down here and talk about social media with our social media person and just take some pictures. So that happened for about 5 minutes, and then it was kind of like crickets in the room. So we were like, something's happening. Then all of a sudden Craig Morgan and his crew come in, and we're like, oh, man. And we meet Craig, and it's an awesome experience. And, I think a lot of people think about what the heck they're going to do when they meet a celebrity. It's kind of like that one moment where you have to say something or you lost the moment. And I knew I needed to take charge. Me and Andrew needed to make the most of it. So when they were about to leave, I was like, listen, Craig, I got to tell you something, man. His whole staff was in there, his management and all that. I was like, I want to challenge you. He's like, you want to challenge me? I was like, yeah, I want to challenge you to a freestyle contest. Who can come up with the best lyrics to a rhyme and sing, and we'll see who the winner is at the end of the night. And he's like, shoot. And he looked over at his manager saying, oh, you're on, buddy.
Yeah, Justin has this insanely incredible knack to just freestyle lyrics on the fly. So I knew that he was going to give Craig a run for his money.
And so they ended up setting it up, and Craig stayed with it, and we went down after the event. And Craig drank red wine, and me and Andrew had a couple IPAs, and we had the USO with us. We had our family with us. Our mom and dad were there from Andrew's side and my side, and so we got to share this experience. It was so much fun. It was awesome.
Yeah, we just went up and we were like, hey, Craig, we want to write a song with you, and we showed him our list of songs we'd been working on, and he looked at it, and he was like, Sipping on the Simple Life. He's like, what is that song? Play that one for me. And so we played him what we had it for it, which was a chorus and some of the verse or whatever, and he was like, oh, hell yeah, boys, we're writing that one tonight. We're going to stay up late. And up until 2:30 in the morning, and he had to get up at 6 a.m. to get out on the bus and head out again. But he ended up staying up with us and writing it, and we had a great time. So.
Wow.
All right, Interstate 10, getting to meet Craig Morgan. We're talking to Lieutenant Andrew Yakovone and Lieutenant Justin Wright, stationed at Fort Carson, calling us from Afghanistan. And boys, what do you say we play this song of yours?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right,
All right.
we're going to play the song, and again, if you guys want to set up the song a little bit for us, it's I can't think of a better way to kick off Memorial Day weekend than a song by a couple of our troops actually
Serving our country right now.
serving our country in Afghanistan right now, and just set up the song for us one more time, guys.
Yeah, this is Interstate 10, live from Afghanistan, and we hope you enjoy I'm Gonna Miss You, a song that me and Andrew hold dear to our heart, dedicated to Staff Sergeant Prange, Private Wickster, Private Williams, and one of my good buddies, Second Lieutenant Justin Sisson, who didn't come home.
And America, go out there, celebrate, have a good time this weekend, but just take a moment and remember those who have died, and keep their families in your prayers, in your hearts and minds, and celebrate the fact that such great men have ever lived.
Well, it's time for me to step out on the road. And only Lord knows where it's gonna go, but it'll be okay.
I packed up my bags last night, had to tell my mama goodbye. Tears rolled down her face as I backed out the drive, but goodbyes are never forever. We'll eventually say hello, even if that day's never. We'll never be alone, no, yeah. 'Cause I'll hold you close everywhere I go. 9 months never seem so long. And even though I have tears in my eyes, this ain't goodbye. But I'm gonna miss you. I can't wait till the next time I say hello. Counting down the days till I come home, but it'll be okay. Time passes by way too slow when you're so many miles from home. Well, there's one thought on my mind that I hold close, that goodbyes are never forever, but we'll eventually say hello, even if that day's never. We'll never be alone, no, yeah. 'Cause I'll hold you close everywhere I go. 9 months never seem so long. And even though I have tears in my eyes, this ain't goodbye. But I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you on them Sundays, back porch rocking, all the holidays, mom and dad, and cookouts and barbecue. Don't you know I'm gonna miss you? I can't wait to come home. I love the grace of the summer days, out in the pool, dog in the yard. Lord,